Here's the question. How do we change? Or rather, more importantly for us as disciples, how does God change us? There are many instances in life where you can't change anything until you know what needs to be changed or until you recognize what needs to be changed. You can't solve a math problem until you recognize what the problem is. You can't solve health problems until you know what the problem is. You can't solve relational problems until you know what the problem is. And so in the same way with God, He won't change anything in you without your knowing it. He won't change anything in you without your knowledge of what He's trying to change. And so say we come into prayer and there's something on our heart, right? We've gone through this, train of thinking again, or we've felt certain things again. We've let ourselves be carried away, or we've yelled, we lost our temper, we lied, we were selfish, we gossiped. We did something, we thought something that we know we need to change. We know we don't want to continue to be or to do these things. It's in that snippet, if you will, of self-knowledge where God can then bring change. You know what needs to be changed. We might say that He highlights that by His grace, by His Spirit, and our knowledge of it matches, if you will, His knowledge of it, and in that moment, change can occur. Now, sometimes He might bring something to our attention and we ignore it. So as long as we ignore it, I would say there's not much change that's going to occur. Now, the other thing that occurs, especially for me in terms of prayer and really just throughout the day, is I realize that if God were to show me all that needs to be changed within me, I would not be able to bear it, and neither would you. And we should be thankful that He doesn't show us our true selves all at once. Nobody would be able to bear it. But rather what He does is He comes, and again, He provides us with a little snippet or a glimpse of something that needs to be changed, and it's sufficient for us to handle. It's in many ways all that we can bear. And so it's in that short take, that glimpse, that snippet of self-knowledge that He can come and He can begin to change us. But the other side of that self-knowledge is what we'll call Christ knowledge. In the same way that we would not be able to bear to see ourselves as we might really be, we can't also bear to see Christ as He really is. No one would be able to bear it. And so He shows us a snippet of ourselves, and I think that in the same way, He shows us a glimpse of His glory and His beauty and His grace, and it is enough to bring deep and lasting change and transformation in us. Paul says that we behold the glory of Christ, if you will, 1 degree, 1 snippet, 1 glimpse of a time, and in that 1 glimpse, we are changed by 1 degree to another. So God doesn't change anything in you or in me without our knowing it, without our knowledge of it. But when we know it, then He can begin to bring change.